YouTube videos are rapidly being stolen on the platform, and YouTube doesn't seem to give a crap. So there's a YouTuber named Legal Eagle who is a very well-known lawyer on the platform, and he's been having so many channels re-uploading his videos in their entirety and getting hundreds of thousands of views. And he actually reached out to YouTube to try to do something about this. As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, as someone who's been in a very similar situation to this, I was eagerly waiting for YouTube's response to Legal Eagle and seeing how they're going to actually handle this. And as usual, YouTube let me down. So Legal Eagle actually reached out to YouTube and was like, hey, this channel, and actually all of these channels, are just blatantly stealing our videos. Here is the video that they completely stole from us. And the reason he had to reach out to them in the first place is because the people who were stealing his content were doing a very clever move of taking his videos, but just putting some sort of ambient background. And that would make it so Legal Eagle wasn't able to copyright strike their videos. For those of you guys that don't know, YouTube Studio has a copyright section over here where you can see other people who have stolen a lot of your video or the entire video, and you can actually take some action against them. As you can see for myself, what YouTube considers to be infringing videos is listed here. And from here, I can click on the videos if I want to and submit a copyright strike takedown or removal. Now, obviously I'm not going to, I'm just using this as an example. So because those imposter channels put some sort of background in the videos that they had stolen from Legal Eagle, it didn't even show up in Legal Eagle's copyright section on his YouTube Studio. So he could not copyright strike them on his own. He actually had to contact YouTube and be like, yeah, these guys are blatantly stealing my videos. Can we do something about this or what? These are the options that were given to him. One would be to use the copyright match tool, which again wasn't available to him for those specific videos, or he could email multiple videos that were stolen and basically just contact YouTube and be like, yeah, these are what is stolen. And they said he has to be specific of the videos that were stolen because it's a legal process and it has to be explicit. You can't just say all videos on this channel. So he messaged them and was like, dude, I have the copyright match tool, but because the video filter you used, none of his videos are showing up as matches. I can just send you a list of videos, but all of his videos are offending. And on top of that, he's using my image, name, and trademarks in his channel banners and other branding. So it's not just his videos, which is true. As he showed and proved, these guys were using his profile pics. They were using his images in their banners and stuff like that. So they were just basically trying to steal his identity because this stupid little filter that they put, as you can see over here, it didn't actually show up in his copyright match tool section. So he sent them a pretty detailed email saying, yep, these are the channels, these are the videos. Please, can we do something about this? Can we get these videos taken down? And YouTube's response was awful. Hey, at Devin Stone, please provide the below. We require a more detailed description of your copyrighted work. We won't be able to process your request until you have provided us with this information. Dude, he literally signed his name, showed that it was him, showed the videos that they had stolen, put his whole address and everything for his whole legal firm and all that. He had very clearly proved that he is who he says he is and showed that, yeah, these videos were stolen from me. Can we just do something about this? But no, even though YouTube could just go on that channel that Legal Eagle had showed and just seen that those videos were stolen, nope, they require more information somehow. And then YouTube starts off with their usual one-liner. Hey, Devin, we understand how frustrating this can be. In order for this copyright takedown process to work effectively, you will need all of the necessary information upon submission. If you're able to provide your original video URL paired with the infringing URL within the same submissions, that should allow for the copyright experts to act much quicker. Copyright experts, huh? It would take maybe 5 minutes to go on those channels that he showed to see that all those videos are stolen, word for word, letter for letter, and even the channel name, the branding, banner, everything was all stolen from Legal Eagle. So what type of experts do you guys need to be able to resolve this situation? And then Legal Eagle said something that, even though this doesn't involve me, this had my blood boiling. One of the videos that was stolen from Legal Eagle, which was a video about the Epstein files, the impersonator stole the video, uploaded it on their channel, and that video, which is demonetized on Legal Eagle's channel, was monetized on the pirated channel. Are you kidding me? They stole his video, word for word, letter for letter, but YouTube monetized their video as opposed to Legal Eagle's video. That is the biggest piece of horseshit I've ever seen in my life, man. So YouTube did eventually, review the videos and determine that it's a violation of their community guidelines, but not after a bunch of hassle. And Legal Eagle was making jokes that next time if someone steals my videos, I'll expect it to get resolved in 2026. And then he even followed up and said, dude, I just was telling you guys from the start this person was stealing my identity, including my name, trademark, likeness, and identical content. Why did the copyright team keep asking me for more detail? And keep in mind, I know some of you guys might not be familiar with him, but he is one of the biggest lawyers on YouTube, Legal Eagle, with 3.7 million subscribers. If this was some tiny channel on YouTube like me, where it's hard to verify information and identity and stuff like that, then I would understand why YouTube would ask for all these details. But this dude is an actual lawyer who makes videos of his face, and people are just stealing his videos and YouTube is being like, yeah, could you just give us a little bit more detail? We're not really sure. And YouTube then decides that they want to explain why the team needed more information. Our copyright team has to be thorough to make sure we're taking down the right content and follow all legal guidelines. This means they need to gather very specific evidence to confirm that the content is a direct copy and to verify your ownership. The extra details they were asking for were crucial to building a strong case on your behalf, which again is absolutely ridiculous because they are taking his name, his banner, his face, and making it their own channel art and then stealing his videos word for word, letter for letter. And somehow YouTube still needs more details on how the videos are stolen. I mean, what are we even doing here on this platform, man? These are some of Legal Eagle's final remarks about this whole situation and how ridiculous it is. So let's just give this a listen.
Are finally down. I did not have to actually file a lawsuit against YouTube or the offending idiots who started these channels. So I guess someone finally looked at the offending channels for more than half a second and realized that I was telling the truth, that these people were stealing my entire identity and our copyrighted material and trademarks and all of our other IP. Though, ironically, after this happened, we found another one. Another one of these impersonator channels is still up, the Law Unlocked, though the name in the YouTube URL is Noah Parsons, not some variation of Nicholas. Feel free to go report that channel as well. I will, I guess, reach out to YouTube and they'll probably take care of it, I don't know, in 2026 or something.
YouTube really needs to do a better job in protecting their creators and making them feel valued on the platform, because someone like Legal Eagle, who pulls in hundreds of thousands of views every video, sometimes millions, they're bringing a lot of value to YouTube. They bring a lot of money to YouTube. And from everything I've seen from this guy, he's a pretty credible person. He does a very well detailed videos that are very well researched and stuff. So trying to drive away a creator where, you know, their videos are being stolen and you're just like, yeah, sorry, buddy, we're going to need a little bit more details. Like, I get YouTube has their own process and they have to follow a very specific line of rules. But at the end of the day, man, they're taking everything from this guy, his face, his videos, his script, everything, and they're putting it on their own channel. Sometimes to save time, and especially when a content creator is big and credible enough, they should just have a real person take over instead of their YouTube AI crap and just be like, look, normally you follow this very specific process, but just from everything you provided, obviously you're telling the truth. This channel has taken all your videos. We're going to go ahead and make sure that it's deleted, and we're going to make sure that content creator can't do that anymore. Super simple, could have been solved in the matter of 5 minutes. And remember, like I said at the beginning of the video, if Legal Eagle had the option to in his own copyright match tool, he would have just taken those videos down himself and he wouldn't have needed YouTube's help at all. But he wasn't provided that option because, again, they put some sort of stupid little filtered background behind his body and they were able to steal his video content and make it so it's not detectable in the copyright match tool. Those guys didn't do that by accident. They know that's how you game the YouTube system to make it so your videos just don't automatically get taken down. But yeah, pretty damn crazy situation where a lawyer with millions of subscribers on YouTube is just being taken advantage of, getting their video stolen, and YouTube's only response is like, yeah, you know, I guess you could have provided a little bit more detail though. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. It's a pretty crazy time to be on YouTube right now. YouTube, please start showing your creators some respect. I know YouTube has made a lot of mistakes, but I really do love YouTube. I just wish they would get their crap together, man. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.